9's going to get out. He's going to move to Europe. He's going to be a bigger streaming artist than he was before he left. This is what's going to happen to him. And in defense of 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine did nothing wrong.
Check this out. This your boy JT, opposite from the norm. You know what? On these situations, Wack100 and 6ix9ine, I'm trying not to really keep even making videos on these cats because they doing clown shit. They clowns, man. Like, it's so sad that, especially Wack100 being the age that he is, doing this, man. If you supposed to be a triple OG, you shouldn't be out here doing this stuff. But at the same time, I can't put it all on him because this the era we in where everybody's clout chasing, and I guess it's a strong drug because you got 50-year-old man doing this shit, 40-year-old man doing this shit, 30-year-old man doing this shit. So I'm gonna just say this. All right, I'm so tired of people saying that 6ix9ine did nothing wrong. If he didn't do nothing wrong, then why did he snitch? Yes, he snitched because he did something wrong. If he did nothing wrong, then guess what? He wouldn't have had to snitch. Simple as that. It wasn't the fact that he was just involved with the Bloods, because guess what? If he was just involved with the Bloods, had no knowledge of what was going on, even if the feds tried to bring him in and try to get him to testify against them, but he ain't seeing them doing nothing wrong, he wouldn't matter as a witness. But the problem is, he was getting them to do these things, right, that he shouldn't have got them to do. You know what I'm saying? Having people shoot at people for him. You know what I'm saying? Having people, like, fighting people for him. You know what I'm saying? And helping them to do drug gang activities and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, because I'm tired of everybody, oh, he did nothing wrong. He ain't do nothing wrong. T-Pain saying he ain't do nothing wrong. Wack saying he ain't doing nothing wrong. Other people I talked to saying 6ix9ine ain't do nothing wrong. Yes, he did. That's why he had to snitch to get out of the situation. He putting hits on people, bro. He told me he got $20,000 on somebody's head, and one of his homeboys from the game went and did it. What are y'all talking about? He did do something wrong. He kept doing stuff wrong. Okay, the gangs did something wrong by even involving him. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand something. Gangs and mafias, that's what they do to get money. They extort people. That's what they do. That's what they do. Like, all right, let's go back. If y'all ever seen, if y'all haven't, y'all should watch it. If you never seen it, go watch the movie Casino. All right, with Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and it had Sharon Stone in it. Go watch that movie. That movie Casino was about, back in the days, I guess I would say it started like I want to say it was the 60s and ended around the 80s or something like that. What they used to do, mafia, was they got with people that was in position to get casinos, right? And they played the back. It was like, all right, we're going to funnel some millions of dollars into this shit so we can get more millions out of it. So they get hundreds of millions of dollars a year out of this shit. So they got people involved that didn't have criminal records, that was clean, and then people that could get other clean people in, but try to keep the mafia names out of it. You know what I'm saying? So then they had Robert De Niro, who wasn't necessarily a mafia head figure, but he was he was associated with the mafia, and he could do a lot of good gambling. And they got him in there, Robert De Niro's character, to go in there and be able to help run the casino, because they know he was great with money and ideas. Like, the shit that the character that Robert De Niro played is responsible for the change of the game on how he did with casinos to what you see now. Like, he's the reason with them adding, I think it was like dog tracks in there, being able to bet on the floor and stuff like that, having different separate areas. That's why you can go to Vegas now and bet, because if you do it outside of those limits, that's illegal. But you can go to casinos and things of that nature and put bets on football teams, basketball teams, and dog racing and all types of stuff because of this guy. You know what I'm saying? This is an infamous figure that a lot of people don't know about. But that movie Casino is based off a true story. So the mafia had something to do with that. So let's go fast forward to gangs. Gangs do the same thing. They extort people. We know they do that. So when people say, like if you want to watch the rest of this video, but what a Wack says something about, that's the problem with the dollar and what gangs do. Bruh, gangs are destructive. They're not counterproductive. They're not productive. They're destructive. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had so much respect for Nip Hussle, God rest his soul, because he was trying to change that within his community and his clique, and just trying to make everybody businessmen and leave that shit alone. That's what Pac used to say, God rest that OG. So he was like, we need to try to work on, because I think the gangs can be productive. He had like an interview from prison, and a dope interview. Pac was like, I think the gangs can be productive. That's where it started. You know what I'm saying? Crip. And I guess it's two different ones, but from my understanding, what I learned, Crip used to mean community resistance or community revolution in progress. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the police and the community. And they say the Bloods started off of because of the Crips, but I was also hearing that a lot of Black Panthers turned into Bloods and Vice Lords and stuff like that. I mean, y'all excuse me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put things out there, you know what I'm saying, that I'm confused about, but I got homies from different places that are, you know what I'm saying, affiliated. So, I'm hearing stories from them. So I ain't gonna get too deep in that. But it's like, okay, so instead of people saying that 6ix9ine did nothing wrong, because guess what? You saying gangs should have did it in the first place. So now it sounds like you trying to tell gangs whatever you doing, just don't involve niggas who got nothing to do with it. But that's never going to happen, because if gangs sell drugs, guess what? Guess what they're doing? That's still wrong, and you got to deal with people who are not in the game. Like, let's say you robbing people. You're not robbing other gangs. You're robbing businesses. That's what the mafia did. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything it's doing is wrong. We need to see about. Case in point, I like that one episode with Killer Mike on Trigger Warning, his show on Netflix. He was trying to help Bloods and Crips that he knew to start their own business with, like, soda and stuff. He was like, the same way Hell's Angels is branded, I'm finna help do that with Crips and Bloods. That's what we need to be doing. Fuck all this, the gangs and people need to, keep it G, fuck the snitch. Man, fuck all that. We need to take it back in the days when gangs first started, when it was to fight against our oppressor. That's what we need to take it back. Fuck all this other shit, he ain't do nothing wrong. 6ix9ine did something wrong, that's why the motherfucker snitch. And anything, we need to tell the youth, don't get involved with gangs or leave them alone. But at that, we need to start building our resources for these youth. And I ain't saying Wack ain't building it. I ain't saying that, the game or whoever he deal with ain't trying to give back to the community. But God willing, we need to start taking all this money we making as a black culture and stop buying all this jewelry and fancy cars and big houses and tricking off on hoes, and start giving resources to the community. Think about when you see somebody with $100,000 on their neck. Think about what they could have did for the community. And I know a lot of people are like, man, a lot of niggas don't want to help change. It's going to take time. Because if the LGBT community could come in and not everybody gay 10 years, I mean, Obama came in 2008. So 10 years later, 12 years later, everybody gay. After Obama came in and put all these rights in for the gay community, now everybody gay out of nowhere. The gay rate then went way up. Now everybody trying to appease to them. We can do the same shit, because everybody's movement started off our shit. We can do the same shit, but it's gonna take time. But we gotta start with the youth. That's what I tell the youth I work with. Listen, man, stay away from that shit, because they was talking about 6ix9ine. I said, bro, it don't fuck all that. I said he shouldn't have got involved with them in the first place. And even these young youth knew that was some bullshit, and he wasn't supposed to do that. Stop saying he ain't do nothing wrong. Him getting involved with the gangs in the first place, he fucked up. It don't matter if he snitched and, they shouldn't let him in. Shut the fuck up, man. That shit happens all the fucking time. Niggas get snitched on. Niggas get snitched on every day, B. So what is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So fuck all that. We need to tell the youth, leave the gangs alone, fuck that shit. And if you got some gang homeboys, try to get them to be productive instead of destructive. If anything, that's what we need to do. This shit crazy. This should be common sense to this world by now. fuck all that shit. That shit ain't helping us in our community. We need to get resources, help this youth out, and help change and deter that. Stop getting on record talking all this gangster shit, but you ain't doing gangster shit. Helping your family and your friends and your people out, that's gangster. Fuck all that other shit. This your boy JTL, opposite from the norm. Like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe if this your first time checking me out. I'm coming more with some real shit, man. Change the game, man.